What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan, and I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. I have the promised battle update report from the first December Ultimate Cup of the weird format. I came in top 32 and 27th place. It's the best I've ever done in a tournament. It's really cool. I get up to top 32 prizing. The only other thing I could have done would have been top 8 or above, but there's no top 16 in Ultimate Cup. But yeah, top 8 would have been the next level of prizing. So we'll go over the prizing that I did manage to get. So that's really cool. 27th place is cool. I don't really feel like I don't know if I feel like I really earned it. As you can see before you, this is the deck that I piloted. It was the Growlmon deck, and I'll kind of go through my choices here and tell you things I might change. It was interesting, really interesting day, really weird. I didn't have a single mirror match, which was really cool. We'll go through some of the matches, and yeah, it was just interesting. And my record, we only went 5 rounds, which was nuts because there was a whole bunch of people that had undefeated at the start of round 5. I looked, and a lot of people. There was at least 8 people who had 8 or 9 people. So I thought we'd be going at least 2 more rounds, But I think a lot of people got ties, and then it just turned out that one person won, and everyone else who was undefeated got ties, and then it was like, there's only one undefeated. I guess he wins. So it just ended after round 5, which was really weird. So again, I don't know if I deserved it, but I mean, I got it, and I'm really happy about it, so that's good. Anyways, and hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. But yeah, so my record was 3 wins, no losses, and 2 ties. So I didn't lose, but it's weird because I feel like when you tie twice, it feels like you get a loss. Like you can either lose or you can tie twice, and it's like the equivalent of a loss. So it's interesting, like 1 loss, 1 win kind of thing like that. So it's interesting. So I tied my first 2 games. My first game was against Yellow Vaccine, and whoa, it was a little bit more fierce than I thought it was. I wanted to play Yellow Vaccine myself, but this guy had some card choices that I didn't necessarily think about that were actually quite good, like Magna Angemon from BT1, giving you that 1000 boost to get your Seraphimon over a lot of things that are going to kill him in security. So that was really good. Also, I didn't think about that because I just thought his on play is going to, you're never going to be on playing him, which, so you're never going to get his recovery ability. And then there was, what was the other one? So there was him, but I mean, you can digivolve into him for 1 with the training. So I mean, that's actually still pretty good, even if you're not using his effect. And then you had other cards like Sukamon getting hit out of security, which is not a vaccine, but it does add a little bit to your champion lineup. That's a little bit better than I think Centauromon and Unimon, which is one of the ones I was looking at playing because one was a vaccine and the other one had a decent ability. So that was interesting too. Quite enjoyed that matchup. I didn't think I was going to win, but we didn't really make it to round 3. We just made it through round 2, and I won round 2, so that was okay. And then what else was there? Round 2, I tied against a D-Brigade-ish type deck. Again, he won round 1. I won round 2 just into time. It was like 4 minutes into time, so we didn't have a lot of time. It was a lot of slow playing because people were just like, what do I do, right? It's so much, what can I do? I'm limited and stuff like that. And then into round 3, I won against, I don't know if we went to game 3. I think we went to game 3, either that or I just won game 1 and just won game 2 against a blue player playing like a Vidramon / Gomamon stun deck, which was really intense, and I was scared out of my mind the entire time because I'm like, he's just gonna stun me, he's gonna strip all my sources, and he did quite consistently, but it was a couple pieces he was missing to get the push he needed to win. So, and I think one game I had like 2 Omnimons on board against him, and I was like, Like, I got 2 Omnimons on board, and I still can't win. So it was interesting. I had to blitz too early just to get rid of stuff. So that was kind of interesting. And then I round 4 I played. Oh gosh, I can't remember. I know round 5 I played. No, round 4 I played Lugomon player. I lost game 1, drew terrible. Won game 2, was really good, and then he drew terrible game 3 and lost. And then round 5, I 2-0'd my opponent. He was playing Imperial Dramon, did not draw any of his VMons game 2. And game 1, I got the stack. So I had Koromon, Agumon, Security +1 Greymon, the Greymon X Antibody, the Black Security +1 Inheritable Metal Greymon, and Piercing, the new BT14 War Greymon. And then I had Ty on the field, so I literally checked 5. And then next turn I won, even though he tried to stall. Yeah, so it was pretty good. Really, really interesting. Anyways, yeah. So, no, it was decently good. And then, yeah, so with 3 wins, with 2 ties and 3 wins, it ranked me in top 32, got 27th place. So again, really excited about that. But anyways, let's just go into the card choices and tell you what I would change about the deck. I did change some up from my Ultimate Cup deck profile, which you will see on the channel. Went up, I think, the Monday before. So that I did change some things. So I mean, you search your Agumon, you got to play 4 of it. Simple. I'm playing the BT5 Koromon. I don't know why it never shows me the eggs on these images, but the eggs are the BT5 Koromons. Really good because it just draws you. You don't, I see some people playing the new one, and I'm like, well, you have to check a security to get that draw, whereas you just have to attack to get the draw from the other guy, and sometimes you got to raid into the opponent's monster, and you want that draw right away because Blitz Omni and I have a chance to get game, right? You got to run 4 of the Searcher Agumon because he's legal. This guy's really good too because he gets you that free Greymon summon, so it gets you, if you have your Memory Tamer, you can go straight up to 5 and then Digivolve into your raid guy, which is really good. So he's a must 4 of, really good. For this guy, I was playing the 2 blacks, but the black is problematic because you can't Digivolve these guys over top of the black. So I do like him for the memory gain because you are switching attack targets and that can maintain turn, but I just feel like you got to play smarter, play your stack smarter, know when to move it up, and have your trainings and your boosts in order to do that. So you just got to play smarter in general. Plus, you do have the ability to warp Digivolve if your opponent has a big monster into this, from this guy, or from this guy, any of these guys, into your new War Greymon. So, and then you have at least 14,000 DP on board, if not more, if you don't have like one of the new ties there. 13 if you have this guy. So it's good either way. So there's just this guy for consistency in DP and consistency in Agumons. And yeah, and there's a couple games I didn't see a level 3, not too many, like 1. And every time I mulliganed and usually saw 1, so that was good. And we have the 4 Greymon. Security +1 gets you game real fast. Greymon X Antibody gives you the protection you need when you go over top of your Greymon, so it's good. Gives you 1-shot protection, which is, there's not a lot of decks in this format that can like do mass destruction cards like twice in a row, so that's good. 3 of the play a tie for free Greymon, really, really good early game. You only need 3. I was playing 12 level 4s, but the deck space is tight, and I was playing 2 of this because I only think you need 2, but I was playing 2 of the black guy because when he's hit out of security, he plays you a tie for free. But again, he's problematic because you have offense training and red memory boosts. The more solo black cards you play in the deck, the more you get into a place where you might be in a little bit of trouble because you're just whiffing on cards. So, and then you also play the Omnimons, which are not red cards. So you can't search those with red memory boost or offense training. So I just feel like 3 of him is more, because you have to play 5 of if you played like If you didn't have to play this guy and you could play the BT12 raid guy, then I wouldn't care so much. About having a couple black Growlmons, and I do like the ability to play a tie for free. But because you don't have him, I think 3 of him is just better overall consistency wise than having the guy. I mean, I know it's nice because if you hit off security, you can play a tie for free. And honestly, playing ties are hard sometimes. If you don't open them or you don't open this guy, they're just or a hand where you want to move your Agumon out, it's really hard. Also, you got to have a tamer on board for this Agumon. So sometimes that's hard too, because it's like, okay, I want the free Growlmon summon. Well, I don't want to play a tie, or I don't have a tie first round, but then I have tie second round. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna play this guy and play the tie for free, and hopefully don't get killed. But yeah, so you have to play this guy. He's your only really good Metal Growlmon target. You have to play him at 4. He's really good. He's a blocker too. So, it never came up, but I knew that if I needed a blocker, he could, and my opponent didn't have anything super fantastic, just like maybe like a little weak monster for game, I'd have a chance to put him out on the board. So that's not bad. This guy I'm really iffy about. Like, I like 3. But I also saw someone, a friend of mine, was running only 2 of this and 1 of the BT1 Metal Growlmon that gives you 3,000 plus DP. The 3,000 plus DP I don't feel super important. You have so many good boosts. I just like the ability to use your trainings on a Growlmon that's not going to lose you 3 memory, right? This guy you want to play for free. You don't want to have to Digivolve for 3 or even for 1 by popping a training or popping a mem boost to get you 2 memory, so you're only giving up 1. Because if he goes off the field, you lose 3 memory regardless of what you do. So you want to play him for free. You want to play him during counter timing if you can. He does pop a 6,000 or less DP monster, which came up tons. It was phenomenal. It came up tons. Cleared a problem off the board so that I could, focus on getting up to my top line. So he is good. He's cheap Digivolution. You can play him for 4. Like, if you have him in your hand and you brick, you can play him for 4, pop something to your opponents, and then go into your Mega. So, I mean, it's not terrible. So it is a really good card. I did like it at 3. I'm considering if I want to play one of the BT1. You have to play this guy at 4. He's just really good consistency card for, OTKing. But I just feel like, the other guy doesn't neg you the memory, and you can, because you can't use trainings on this guy, so you're always paying 3 for this guy. You can memory boost up so that you can only pay 1 because you're offsetting the 2 costs, so that's good. But you can't search him either, so all of these cards bottom deck this guy. So that's, it is what it is. And then we have, of course, our Mega lineup. This guy, MVP, honestly, I'm glad. A lot of people are playing 2 of this and 4 of this. I'm glad I play 3 and 3. Honestly, a lot of times I was this guy. I was hoping he was this guy, because you need to be able to not pass turn to attack. So this guy's good if you can, build up your stack in the back and then have a turn where you have 3 and just push out your level 5. And then you're good. That guy's really great. You can use the reboot. He doesn't have blockers, so you can't, use, there's no blocker inheritables, unfortunately, so you can't make use of that. So I really do like this guy, but I feel like this guy's the MVP of the deck because he allows you to attack, raid over your opponents or and then pierce. So that's super important. I'll probably leave it at 3 and 3 just because, there's some instances where you can't get any ties on the board, and then you want to see this guy because he's got raid built in, all turns, whereas this guy only gets raid the turn he's summoned. And he can attack twice because he can raid over your opponent's Digimon and then attack the security stack. And if you already have security pluses from other cards, it's not bad. So I think 3 and 3 is a good split. 2 Omnimons, Blitz, perfect. That way you kind of always can see one at least once per game, and it ends up in your security and knocks out your opponent's good big monsters. So I won't tell you how many times this ended up in security, at least one of them. And then we play 3 ties. I was originally playing 3 of this and 2 of this, but the security attack is more important. This is just nice because as an opening play, it gives your opponent only 3 memory to work with. If you summon that, and then summon this, and then play the Growlmon for free next turn. So I do like that. Plus, it does get you memory when you hit security, and you can hit security as, honestly, as low as this guy and survive. Or, because then you get like plus 2,000 and plus 2,000 from Agumon, he's 10,000. So, you know, or if you have the Growlmon, he's plus, you know, he's up to 11. So I do like 2 of this. I could play more. I have memory boosts, and there's other things I could play, but I do like having the consistency of having 5 ties in the deck. This is, like I said, better because it's your memory tamer. You want to see it, and you want to get that security attack plus 1 for your stack. So I think 3 and 2 is a perfect ratio. Wouldn't change that. Offense trainings 4. You got to play it. Red Mem boosts at 2. I do like it at 2. I don't think I'd play more. I know other people play more. I think 2 is enough with, you know, all this, especially because you want to set some of these in security to make your life easier, and so you don't have all your Agumons in security, because that happens. 1 Dragon of Courage. I could have played like the new Mega Flame, but I like this one. I think it's good because it allows you to set up a pretty good stack. You can set up a security stack from your graveyard, if like even if you don't, like, you know, have the stuff in your hand, like if you don't have a Digimon that died, you can play that with any one of your Agumons. Go into your raid War Growlmon. You'll pass turn if you have 3 memory, and then if you have any kind of memory gain ability, like if you have the tie on the field, when you pierce, you'll gain back that memory and keep turn. And it can potentially get you game, because if you have Omnimon and you say you stack this guy and this guy underneath your Agumon, plus your War Growlmon, you're not getting a tie, but you're getting at least 3 checks, 3 security plus 3 that way. As long as you have a tie on the field. So you're getting 4 checks. So as long as you've done some damage that game, you're getting through your opponent's security, and then you can Omnimon Blitz for game because you're getting that memory back from the tie. So it's good. No, it's definitely doable. Also, a nice thing about having more ties is more chance you'll hit them out of security and just get free. Like, there's some games I won because my opponent hit a second tie out. I was able to just like through your security. So I do like Dragon of Courage. Plus, if it's hit off security, you get an Agumon and add it to hand. So you basically set up your next play if your opponent can't get around it, which usually if they're attacking through your security, they've done all their abilities, and your Agumon's pretty safe in this format, in this Ultimate format. But yeah, that's the deck, guys. You know, tell me what you guys think. Like I said, I'm debating right now if I should change this up to a BT1, but that's the only change I'd make. Everything worked out pretty. It's just sometimes you just draw bricky hands, and there's nothing really you can do about it. But it's a good strong list. And here we got the prizing support. So if we go down here to the bottom here, I'm going to get 2 event packs. I'm going to get the Digimon participation, but I'm also going to get a Guilmon, a Growlmon, because I need 2 more for my collection. So I'm now down to 1. So yeah, so I finally got myself a Growlmon, and I even get a War Growlmon that I'm probably going to sell. So these guys will be up for sale. And if I could have got top 8, I would have seen a Gallantmon, so that would have been cool. Yeah, it was a top 8 is Gallantmon, top 2 get the Imperial Dramon, and then the first place gets Gallantmon Crimson Mode. So yeah, that's cool. All right, well, tell me what you guys think. Did you guys think I did well? Do you think it was kind of a weird one? So I might have not done as well in hindsight, but I'm really appreciative that I was able to come in top 32, and that's all that matters, really, as I feel. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.